You're listening to the SS Experience on SMG.
So something else that I wanted to go into real quick is we when it comes to domestic violence against women or anything against women, the notion is that first off, it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. But then it turned out to be believe the woman no matter what she says, because whatever. And for me, it's like, you guys do know in history, women have lied on men saying that men raped them, assaulted them, and all this other shit, and it be cap. Y'all know that, right? Like, can we agree on it? Can we come to a consensus that that is actually a thing? That women have lied on men to get men caught up in some bullshit, and then they later on be like, I was capping. I think the dude, something Burns, not Kenny Burns, but something Burns. He played football. He spent like a couple years in prison. He ended up sacrificing most of his prime pro career. He ended up, doing like 1 or 2 years of shit, but that was like well after the fact. Woman said she was capping. I believe Jonathan Majors. We call him Jonathan Irons around here, but Jonathan Majors. He got caught up in a situation with one of his little, his little snow bunnies, his little white work, saying that he did some things, and then she came out and was like, nah, it was they found out it was kind of like self-defense, but he still lost out on a lot of shit. Like, because of that situation, we now got Iron Man playing fucking Dr. Doom in the fucking next Avengers movie. And I'm talking about Robert Downey Jr., because obviously Iron Man died, so now Robert Downey Jr. is going to play Dr. Doom. The reason, because the character that Jonathan Majors was supposed to play, Kang, that you saw in like the third Ant-Man and Wasp, I think it's like Ant-Man and the Wasp, some shit. It's the third Ant-Man movie. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't that great. Kang was the villain in that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he allegedly had killed Steve Rogers. But again, that's Marvel movie stuff. We can talk about that on another pod. So because of all of that shit, now Jonathan Majors can't do no shit. The reason I'm bringing all of this up is because I have to say this on the record. I don't know if I'm going to clap. I don't know if I'm going to chop this up and make it like a story, or, for YouTube or for whatever. Megan Thee Stallion. Let me look at the camera real quick if I can. Megan Thee Stallion. Bitch, you not shit. Straight up and down. You ain't shit. This is why. So a lot of people don't believe Megan Thee Stallion when it comes to her getting shot. You know what I'm saying? In the foot by Tory Lanez. Like, a lot of people was like, wait, huh? How? The story wasn't storying. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't coming together. So she was on a podcast. Like, I think it was like a documentary or some shit like that. I seen clips, but I'm not interested. But what I saw that have been buzzing on social media is she said that I lied to that bitch Gayle King about sleeping with Tory Lanez. I slept with him maybe once or twice on a drunk night. Interesting that you would admit that after the fact. This is why. In a court situation, you're not supposed to do fucking media runs. Megan Thee Stallion was everywhere crying, shot in foot. You know what I'm saying? Black women, we're hurt. The fuck up. And again, I'm not saying that to be insensitive. I'm saying that in this particular instance because she capped about that to Gayle King. So what else did she cap about? Now, a lot of people will probably say, well, is she supposed to mention the people that she slept with? For one, you're not even supposed to be doing an interview about the situation fucking anyway. That's the bigger fucking point. But even if that wasn't the point, you say, okay, so let's say that I slept with him, yada, yada, yada. So then it's kind of like, well, why would this man shoot you in the foot if y'all fucking? You know what I mean? That would be a real question. If y'all fucking, why would he shoot you in the foot? That's a valid question. So because of things like that, it makes me question things. You know what I'm saying? Because I know Tory Lanez just got an approval to get an appeal done on his conviction, and maybe that clip might help. Because I'll give you another example. So when Cassie was going through her shit, well before the Diddy situation became the situation, Cassie, goes to court, files charges against Diddy. The first thing we all said was, Bitch, you ain't shit. You just broke. You're not relevant. You need money. Because let's be real. Cassie was not relevant until she started dating Diddy. I can take you in the hot take time machine back to 2006 or 2007. Cassie wasn't shit until she was messing. Till she signed with Diddy and then started dating Diddy and all this other shit. Cassie wasn't shit. So all of a sudden, Cassie, court papers filing. Hey man, I want to file these civil papers. I'm suing him for assault, domestic, whatever. I said that day one. Then Diddy, that was a mistake for you to cash that bitch out, but he cashed her out anyway. So we all like, oh, you money hungry bitch. The fuck you got going on? Know what I'm saying? That you need money, all this other shit. Then a couple months later, we see the video of Diddy beating her ass. Then it's like, damn, guess we was wrong. My point in saying that is that it's hard to believe the cap when so many women cap about things like this. Now, I'm not saying it's all cap, but we have to have the consensus. Women do lie about these things. You know what I'm saying? They do. For whatever reason, they lie about these things, whether they're trying to embarrass somebody, they're trying to get a check, whatever. They're trying to embarrass somebody. And Megan Thee Stallion admitting that she lied to Gayle King and then called Gayle King a bitch. Maybe not like a bitch, like how I say you dumb bitch, but you know how females, oh, crazy bitch. Okay, cool, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Gayle King is still an OG. You know what I'm saying? Still one of those respect your elders, respect your OG type shits. You know what I'm saying? And we have this situation now where she's just out like, it is what it is type shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's just weird. I had to say this because we can't be in these spaces where women can just accuse a guy of some shit and it's cool. It's not at all. Now, again, domestic violence is not cool. I don't know why I have to have a disclaimer for this. Domestic violence is not cool. Beating on women is not cool. Shooting women in the foot is not cool. Even though if we go back to Harlem Nights when Eddie Murphy, you know what I'm saying, shot, you know what I'm saying, damn, her name is it Estelle or something? Y'all know who I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? Shot her ass in the foot, and we all laughed at that shit, you know what I'm saying? Because she was going to beat his ass. Shot me in my pinky toe. That's funny. In real life, it's not. You know what I'm saying? You don't shoot old women in the foot, but it's funny nonetheless, right? So I'm saying all of that to say that Megan Thee Stallion, you ain't shit. I'm sorry. You're not shit for that. Because there's a lot of murkiness even within that whole recollection of it. And Tory Lanez never took the stand to defend himself anyway. He just let it chill because his lawyers were like, nah, don't do that because that's not going to be a good look. And turns out it actually probably would have been a better look. You know what I mean? Because things could have been contested. I just don't like it, guys. I'm just going to keep it all the way a buck. I'm just going to keep it all the way real with you. I don't like it because at the end of the day, a quote unquote innocent man, nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? Or not, or in it, he got found guilty. That's fine because that's because of shitty, litigation. And that's why they're going to get this appeal. But at the end of the day, it's just not a cool situation. I'm sorry. It's just not. It's not at all because you have these stigmas, the what you call it, the court of public opinion. That's why it's kind of like, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there was like a gag order where Tory Lanez couldn't talk about it, but it didn't go the other way around. And that's why I'm saying Megan Thee Stallion is doing a fucking media tour about an active case. Who does that? No one does that. Like, everyone would be like, yo, do not say shit. And she's running around on every podcast, doing every fucking, 60 Minutes, Gayle King, CBS, all this other shit, crying and sobbing. You know what I'm saying? For fucking what? For what? Somebody shot you in your pinky toe? Your big toe? You know what I'm saying? Man the fuck up. And I'm not saying that to be insensitive. I'm just saying it because we have a guy where a lot of people said he didn't shoot her. But because of shitty courtroom litigation, he goes to prison. He goes to prison for that shit. And again, he gets his appeal, not because of that situation of what Megan Thee Stallion said about lying about sleeping with them. Again, it was shitty litigation that he finally got up through. But now, after seeing that documentary for a lot of people and seeing her cap saying that she lied to Gayle King about that, the question can only stand or be asked, what else did you lie about? And that's, again, that is not a wrong, irrelevant, or disrespectful question. It's not. You lied about sleeping with them. What else did you lie about? Because that man right now is sitting somewhere in prison because of you. You know what I'm saying? And that's not great. You know what I mean? So if anybody got any thoughts or opinions by the time you see this podcast or whatever, comment in the YouTube, comment on social media, whatever. We can always have these conversations and all of that other stuff, man, because like I said, man, it's just straight bull crap.
You're listening to the SS Experience on SMG.